Hello, everyone. This is the Spring Review meeting for TimePro, Spring 338. We have the dev team and managers here. And let's get into the backlogs. So we have two Spring goals. One is the video, which is actually split into two videos. The version 2 has been reviewed by Adam and Geoffrey. So this PBI is done. And we are going to do the version 3 in the next sprint. And the other Spring goal is...
Jim, you missed the second part of that. There was also a second video, which has not been watched yet.
Oh, right.
Yes,
Yeah,
you still need feedback on the second video.
Right.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
no
sorry,
worries.
I forgot. Yeah. I will get your feedback next week. So the other Spring goal is the Azure function. It's still in progress. We're kind of blocked by some technical details that needs to be approved by other solution architects. So that's still being worked on. This was a 2-week sprint, and the time we spent, Sam, Tom, me worked the most, and Geoffrey and Hugo and Lou worked part of the sprint. Here's the backlog. We have a bunch of PBIs done and still many in progress. So I will go through each one here. So the first done is a bug found out by Lou and Geoffrey. So the synchronization from CRM to TimePro has encountered errors, and that's because of the incorrect email address validation. So that has been fixed. The next one is sourced from SSW identity server. We have encountered 400 error on staging, but not production, so it's not very critical. And we fixed that by improving the parameter, the endpoint parameter on the identity server. So that's mainly on the identity server's end. And the next one is a UI change. So this one has been done by Sam. Sam, if you can talk about this.
Sure. So this was a sort of experimental feature to look at how we could reduce the UI clutter for most users. So instead of seeing every single feature at the top of the bar, as you can see in that screenshot there, reduce those for users that don't need all of those administration functions. So this was just a sort of first go at this sort of feature and showing it to a few stakeholders. It spawned a bit of a constructive discussion about how this should be approached, which led to some work that Tom is going to be jumping on, which is the telemetry function, which is also in this sprint, so he'll talk to that later. Yeah, so that does it for this one.
Okay. So continue to the next one is the done video. We just talked about that we got feedback for the tenant provisioning video. And we still need Adam's feedback for the multi-currency one. So that will be the work in the next sprint. Next one is also done by Sam, which is a spike.
Sure. So on this one, there's an ongoing discussion about whether we want to try and migrate to use one UI framework. And then the question there is which one is the right one to use. So the bit of work that was done on this spike was to investigate this and then produce a sort of report. That took the form of a general email for discussion, but also a video that was shown to stakeholders, specifically Adam in this case, and that's going to go through another iteration. We're going to do a V2 of that because Adam felt that the discussion was interesting enough to warrant the input from all of our users and other team members. So V2 will be done of the video there for continued discussion.
Do you need to do anything before that new video, or is it just re-recording?
A little bit more investigation, so looking into pricing, but as you mentioned, but also just if there's anything else that can be drawn in, and so I've started that process there. Yeah.
Okay. Did you start that straight after the last thing, or did you move on to something
Yeah.
new?
Yeah, started that. Yep.
Did you move on to any other topics?
At the same time, there was a little bit of UI work that I was doing. Yeah.
Okay, I would keep away from that UI
Okay.
work. Just focus on getting this done.
Yep. Good point.
Okay, let's move on to the next done. This is still a UI fix. So Tom, could you elaborate on this one?
Okay, so I think there are so many minor changes on the UI part according to Michaela's design. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick. So I won't go through all of them because it's a lot of small work, but there is a main one that's called inconsistent icon and UI across the tables. So basically, this is the PBI that triggers about the UI framework and the CSS styling and the CSS inconsistent all across the time work. So we have this list that implicates that there are so many UI inconsistency in the TimePro. So I'll just fix all of them. So let's go through all of them. First one is timesheet summary. So I changed the table width and the date format, and also this icon. And then this product dashboard. So date format, also button icon, and also paddings and margins between each column. And also user detail category, user detail. In this table, I've changed all this icon button to material. And which is next? Good. Category and TFS. Category. This one, also this icon button. And the TFS, I think it's this one. Yes, and also I changed the style of this button and this button. Also about all the table widths. So we basically went through all the tables in TimePro and changed the icon and the button accordingly. And now we are trying to move on to all the models and try to do the UI framework migration with Sam and Michaela. So yeah. So here's the demonstration of my part.
Yeah, just some feedback, Tom. First one, don't show client names in this stuff, right? That's number one.
Okay.
Okay. Secondly, rather than show, like some people demo, this is old, this is old, this is old, this is old. Now I'll show new. It's better to show this is old and this is the new one. This is the old one, this is the new one. This is the old one, this is the new one. It's just easier to visualize, okay? Like you'll have the old screenshot in the PBI and the new one, and ideally have all the tabs already open. So I have the old one there, and then I have the new one, and all these tabs are already open.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool.
And one more thing, see that big yellow warning at the top? Kill it.
Okay.
And 125%.
Okay, cool.
125%.
125%? I'm already on 125.
You were?
It's now I think it's now 150. I'm already on 125.
Very good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hand over to you, Jim.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Tom. I will take over the screen. Yeah, so that was the 3 PBIs from Tom. And the last one done here is the reoccurring task to talk to people that doesn't use suggested timesheets. Yeah, so I had a quick chat with Luke with Cookie. So basically, we found out that the reason we observed many managers and admin doesn't use suggested timesheets is likely because their Outlook calendar doesn't align with their actual work very well. Yeah, because they're doing small pieces of work. So suggested timesheets may not be very valuable for them. That's the finding of this PBI.
Did you speak to them?
Not all of them, just Cookie.
No, Cookie's not an account manager. You need to, like, that's understanding that you've now got. You don't tell the account manager, you speak to them and say, how long does it take you to do a timesheet? When you do a timesheet, do you know that you need to make sure the booking's there? You know, they don't enter timesheets very often, but they do when they're doing something billable, so they should know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I will spend more time talking to more people.
Good.
Okay. But apart from that, all the devs are using suggested timesheets very well, as I observed it, which is good. Okay, that's the done ones. I will go back to the email here. We still have many in progress ones, and I will go through them quickly. So the Azure function, one of our Spring goal, is still in progress. And me and Geoffrey were working together. And our next step is to clarify some details in the document. We need to get John's answer and then get Mehmet's approval on the document. So there are small pieces that's unclear.
So, Jim, just being a Scrum white road now, your job is really only to show the product owner and stakeholders the increment, all the things that got done, so they're aware of everything that's in the current version. You may say something like, hey, that's everything that got completed. Would you guys like to see some things that we made great progress on that is not completed? Because that's optional in a sprint review. Okay.
Okay.
Just for next time. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, but I think that makes sense. I will still do it this time. So
Sure. Okay.
that's all the dones, and we still have a bunch of in progress ones, mainly the UI ones. So do you want to look at them as well?
Substantial progress, yeah.
Okay. So what we have progress is mostly the UI PBIs. Let me just go to the Spring backlog here. So I think there were four PBIs for UI tasks, and they are very close to finish. The three of them are from Tom and one of them from Sam, and they're mostly published to staging already. So Tom, could you please talk about your PBIs here?
Yeah, the top two are also small UI fixes, but the last one, which is the page wheel telemetry, is the foundation of the Sam's new feature, which is called admin wheel, as I remember. So basically, we are still have a discussion about this, me and Ivan, and he gave me a few of feedback and suggestions. So after my today's client work, I will implement that in the next spring and have our telemetry data collected, and then we will contribute to Sam's new feature. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. You go, Sam.
And that's all from me. I think my work would be better shown off in the done video.
Okay. Okay. So that's all the PBIs we deliver in this sprint, and the rest will be ongoing in the next sprint. So let's move on. Suggested timesheet usage has decreased a little, and there are no change in the automatic timesheet usage. The sprint burn down looks as this. We have a bunch of new PBIs during the sprint, which we'll talk about in the retro. So the burn down looks quite flat, and we only tackled some of them near the end of the sprint. For production deployments, we have 2 successful deployments, and there are no code coverage changes for the tests.
There are no changes to code coverage.
Well, yeah, except the front end test, we have well, the code coverage decreased 1% because we have new codes, but we don't have new tests.
Yeah, but aren't you making more changes in the back end?
Not much for the last sprint.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it doesn't reach 1%, so it appears as no change. And for build pipeline health, we have excellent pipeline health, 100% for both front end and back end. And application health shows quite normal behavior. And we have already tackled the issue of the failed requests. Our state of the epics, we're currently working on 3 epics together. So the main epics are two of them, the UI one and the cross-billing one. So for the past sprint, we only got progress on the UI epic. As you can see from the screenshot, from 50% to 67%. Hopefully, we will deliver more for the cross-billing epic in the next sprint. Okay, for R&D, we did investigation on the UI framework choice. That's done by Sam. And for AI usage, I'm using Copilot with GPT-5, DeepSeek Cloud, same as last sprint, but I did some yak shaves this sprint. And Geoffrey uses Cursor 2 with Sonnet 4.5 and GPT-5, and also yak shaver. And Tom and Sam uses Copilot with GPT-5 and yak shaver. So all of us are doing yak shaver. So move on to Copilot stats. I will hand it over to Geoffrey.
Oh,
sorry, Michael. I will hand it over to Michael.
Great. Yeah.
Can we open that email fully?
Can you make the email full screen, Jim?
Which email?
The one you're showing on the screen. Just make it full screen. Because you're still seeing the browser in the background. So just make the email full screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. Michael, you're muted, by the way, if you're talking. Hey, Mike. I can do it otherwise if you want.
Okay. All right.
So Copilot stats, the first one is regarding the speaking time. So Jim spoke the most as he was running the meeting. I came second because I talked too much, as Cookie says. Then Michael was third. We had some conversation that we're going to go through during the retro with Michael. Some pain went through. And then Sam comes after, and you also had JK for a bit at the end, which was good. And Tom, Cookie, and Drew at the end. Then we asked Copilot the question, what was the main issue completed? And the answer was that it was the Azure function for synchronizing timesheets between tenants, which is now almost finished, with code changes and local testing successful. The last steps involve setting up a mapping table and finalizing security details pending senior approval. This issue is a key blocker for several other PBIs and is central to the current sprint goal. And I agree, this was the main issue that rose. Moving on then to the retro, I believe. Oh, no, sorry, Yakshava users. So we have 43 new PBIs created over the last month, and 36 of them were Yakshave, which brings the ratio to 84%. And we had 9 PBIs completed over the last month. If there is no question from anyone, we're going to move to the retro. So what went well? Michael enjoyed that Jim did a great sprint review, so he's getting better and better. And Jim was happy that we tackled many UI UX PBIs with Sam, who joined the team recently, and with Tom.
I think we should also add another thing that went well. That video that you got to me,
True.
Jim, that's a great video. That was excellent.
We have Jim add a third point in what went well. Adam Dash. Great V2 from Jim or something.
Yeah, great V2 on the creation of the tenant.
Yeah. Anything from anyone else on the went well? All right, we're good. So what didn't go well? So the whole team agrees that we included new PBIs without checking the PO. So this is a concern that was raised by Michael during the sprint.
Is that things that Sam added?
That Sam had? No, yes, correct. It's what Sam was working on.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, so he should have double checked with Michael first. Confirm.
He didn't even double check with me.
Oh, we asked him and he said that you had a conversation together about
I
this.
had a conversation. I didn't ask to be put in the sprint.
Oh, right. So, okay.
Right.
Misunderstood.
My bad.
Awesome. Sorry. I guess it was just miscommunication then. So, okay. It wasn't approved. So that's on us. So, and the second one was myself saying that we haven't reached the Agile functional goal yet. So there's 2 main reasons for this, which are the improvements. So the first improvement is for the whole team to read the rule about, do you know how to handle unexpected requests in the middle of the sprint? I think we should all follow this more thoroughly now. And this would avoid the pain that Michael raised during the sprint. And the second one is that when we started this epic about the onboarding feature, the actual documentation that we were following was not approved by some senior developers. And we are still doing some changes on it to fix the vision of this feature. So yeah, lessons learned is that we should always get a test pass by at least 1 or 2 senior devs before working on an epic. And we're in the process of doing this. So Mehmet has reviewed it. I've answered all the comments.
Sure. Okay.
And I'm just waiting for John to confirm one of them because he was the initiator of this project.
Sure. I'm a little frightened that means things get blocked a lot easier.
Correct.
Yeah. So
That's what
I wouldn't go crazy. Like, you want to get started and you want to give warnings that we need your help. We want you to review it, but we're starting without you. You know, if Mehmet won't give you any time, escalate it to other people.
Mehmet gave us some feedback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for John now. And I pinged him twice during the week saying it was important.
Okay.
I guess he's just very busy. Like he said he would do it, but so I called him tonight and
Okay. All right.
get it done.
All right. Sure.
Apologies, guys. I had a call from the client that I'm just booking that new client in just now. So I was tuned out for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we regarding the improvement, just so you know, Mike, I didn't ask Sam to do that. That was just miscommunication with Sam, and the team didn't check that the product owner or even myself knew he was commencing on that. Yeah, I've given him things in the past that I would prefer him to do.
Okay.
No problems. No problems.
Awesome. So that's everything for the rest, I guess. Yeah, sorry, Jim, you can take over.
Yeah, something to add. So Adam, for your information, we also have several PBIs from Tom, also for the UI thing. Yeah, and that's the same case as Sam. We didn't come through. We didn't went them through Michael first. Yeah, so that's also the improvement we can make.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump to the forecast. Our next spring, the spring
Again?
goals.
Again, can we maximize?
I'll make it bigger.
maximize the window. Here it is. So the sprint goals for the next sprint is to 2 PBIs. So we continue the action function work and we continue to the V3 video recording. So next sprint is back to a 1 week sprint. And here is the backlog. So most of them are moved across from the last sprint. I mean, this sprint.
Okay, great. Where are the items on the backlog there that were generated from my feedback?
You're talking about the video?
Yeah, I gave you a whole bunch
the
of
video.
feedback on the actual product.
Yeah, I didn't put them in the PBI, but I sent an email to record your feedback.
Okay, and
Do you
but
want
which,
to put it in the?
well, I would have assumed that you would have an item in there with all the feedback to do it. Maybe a few items, or maybe what you've done it is you've put it all in the second one.
Yeah.
So you're going to do it and record the video. Maybe that's what you're
That's
doing.
what I assumed too. I guess it's in the second issue, which is about the video, right? Or is it just in the email for now?
The feedback is just
Yeah.
in the email.
Oh, okay, right.
But is that incorporated in your effort for the second item there?
Yes, because your last feedback didn't include many code changes.
Oh, didn't
It,
Okay. All right. I'll be surprised, but okay.
there wasn't many. There wasn't many then.
All
It
right.
was
So your
less than
effort for includes all the feedback I gave plus the video.
Wait,
Yeah.
just to be clear, so you get feedback on the video and feedback about other
The
things?
UI, of course.
Oh, the UI. Oh,
The UI.
so I think it's talking about
and
other,
experience.
right.
And
But
so
the
Jim
UI,
says,
the UI has already been done as the first version's feedback.
the feedback I gave you 2
The
days ago,
feedback,
is that incorporated in the estimate of 4 for the second item?
so there were a couple. The thing is, there were 3 tasks to Yak shape them to the Pina and Yak Shaver team,
Yes, that's right.
and
But
also
it's-
yeah.
yeah.
Do you
all that will
want
get, everything will get done in that second item, correct?
I will try my best to get it done.
Okay, no problems. Yeah, but I just thought you would have a separate item, that's all. One item is for the video, one item is for all the feedback. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Does it make sense
Okay.
to you, Jim? Or not?
If it makes more sense, you can say, I'll add an extra PBI in there in between number 1 and 2 with the feedback from V2.
Okay. Yeah, I will double check the feedback to see if there's any UI changes I need to make before recording. And if yes, I will create a PBI.
Okay, well, there's definitely UI feedback, so then you need to insert a new item there.
And just to confirm, you want him to work on the UI feedback before recording the video, I guess.
Well, there's no point in recording the video if he doesn't fix it.
So maybe the sprint goal should be changed if there's a lot of feedback to be actioned before the video recording. Because currently the sprint goal is to record the video, and I'm not sure if we can achieve it if there's a lot of feedback.
Yeah,
So maybe change the sprint goal for the video to be action Adams feedback on the UI during the V2 review or something.
Okay. I
Just
will.
to lower our
and
under promising.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, and if you're really doing that tenant, that tenant provisioning multi-currency? Yeah, they're 2 different videos, really.
Right.
I don't know why they combine that.
So we'll just delete the video goal, I guess, because we only have 1 week.
No, they should be able to do the video.
Or everything. So the feed,
Should we?
the UI changes plus the
Yeah,
video
yeah.
plus the on
They're not enormous. They're just
Oh, okay.
little
Right.
bit.
It just sounded like it was about 20
No,
seconds.
I'm just surprised it's not. Separate this one.
Right. Okay. All good. Leave it then. All good.
They're already at sprint capacity, Adam. So if there's another PBI going on there that's prep work for the video, then it means that the video won't fit in this sprint, or at least it can't be a commitment, right? So
Yeah, but Jim just said all the feedback that he's doing is part of that estimate of number 2.
But I think he misunderstood.
He might have misunderstood. That's why he's going to check.
Right. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check.
Sounds good.
Okay. So the final part is the Copilot stats. For the question, what is the main action point to work on next? So it says the main item to work on next is completing the Azure function, specifically finalizing the mapping table and security approach, which is correct, and obtaining senior approval. This will unblock related PBIs and allow deployment to production.
Who is
Sounds
John?
correct to me.
Gene. Okay.
Yeah, Gene.
All right.
The French Gene.
All right.
Right.
Good.
Table.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
And that's all that's all the spring review retro and forecast. And you can check out the video at our channel. And thanks everyone for attending.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Jimmy, great
Okay.
work.